The tension in the paddock was impossible to ignore. Under the blistering Thai sun at the legendary Chang International Circuit, Yamaha's garage doors finally opened after a weekend that left more questions than answers. But when the media gathered, expecting to hear from the riders, something unusual happened. The chairs meant for the racers remained empty. Instead of the usual post-race reflections from Fabio Quartararo and Alex Rins, it was Yamaha management stepping forward to face the press. The move instantly sparked whispers across the MotoGP paddock. Was this simply a strategic decision, or was Yamaha attempting to shield its frustrated riders from a storm of criticism? Because behind the scenes, the mood within the Yamaha camp was far from calm. After a disastrous opening round at the Thai Grand Prix, emotions were reportedly running high. Sources close to the garage suggested that both riders were deeply unhappy with the performance of the bike, a machine that looked painfully outclassed against the dominant European manufacturers. For Quartararo, the MotoGP World Champion 2021, the situation is particularly frustrating. The French star has already proven he can win championships when given the right machinery. Yet in recent seasons he has often been forced to fight merely for points rather than podiums. Rins, meanwhile, arrived at Yamaha hoping to play a key role in the rebuilding process. But after the Buriram race, even he admitted the team still has significant work ahead. The concern is clear. If performance improvements do not arrive soon, frustration inside the garage could grow rapidly. From a strategic perspective, Yamaha's decision to send management instead of riders may actually reveal two key realities. First, it shows the team is fully aware of the seriousness of their current situation. The leadership is taking responsibility publicly rather than allowing the riders to absorb the criticism alone. Second, it may also indicate that emotions inside the garage were running dangerously high. Allowing frustrated riders to face the media immediately after such a difficult race could have produced headlines far more damaging than the performance itself. By controlling the message, Yamaha bought themselves time. Time to stabilize the narrative and focus on development. But in MotoGP, time is a luxury few teams truly have. The opening round of the season is rarely decisive, but the warning signs for Yamaha are impossible to ignore. With Ducati, Aprilia and KTM already showing formidable speed, Yamaha cannot afford many more weekends like Buriram. The next races will therefore be crucial. If the development project begins to show progress, the narrative could quickly shift from crisis to comeback. But if the performance gap remains, the pressure on Yamaha and on their star riders will only grow stronger as the 2026 MotoGP season unfolds. Beyond the immediate disappointment at the Chang International Circuit, there is a deeper concern quietly circulating within the MotoGP paddock. Engineers and analysts are beginning to question whether Yamaha's current development direction can realistically close the gap to the European manufacturers within a single season. The performance deficit seen in Thailand suggested that the problem is not limited to a single area of the motorcycle. For riders like Fabio Quartararo, the frustration is understandable. A former world champion who once dominated races with smooth precision is now forced into defensive battles deep in the midfield. Throughout the Buriram race, Quartararo appeared to push aggressively in the early laps, yet the bike simply lacked the acceleration and rear grip needed to fight through the pack. The situation was no easier for Alex Rins. Known for his intelligent racecraft and ability to manage tyres over long distances, Rins struggled to extract the kind of pace that once made him a consistent podium contender. Observers noted that he spent much of the race defending positions rather than attacking, a clear indication that Yamaha's current package is still missing the competitiveness required for modern MotoGP battles. In contrast, rivals such as Ducati continue to demonstrate remarkable technical stability. Their machines combine brutal straight-line speed with refined aerodynamics, allowing riders to attack aggressively while maintaining strong tyre performance. Meanwhile, Aprilia and KTM have rapidly evolved into genuine championship threats, applying constant development pressure throughout each season. This shift in the competitive balance has forced Yamaha Motor Company to rethink aspects of its engineering philosophy. For years, Yamaha relied heavily on cornering speed and chassis balance as its primary advantage. However, in today's MotoGP era, dominated by aerodynamics, ride height devices, and powerful acceleration, those traditional strengths are no longer enough on their own. Insiders within the paddock believe Yamaha's current technical project could involve more radical changes than previously expected. Engineers are reportedly experimenting with new aerodynamic packages and revised engine characteristics aimed at improving acceleration on corner exit. These developments are critical if the team hopes to match the explosive performance that now defines the front of the grid. Despite the difficult start to the season, Yamaha management insists that the team remains united behind the long-term project. According to Paolo Pavesio, the objective is not merely to improve marginally, but to rebuild a machine capable of consistently challenging for podiums and victories once again. Such ambitions require patience, resources, and above all, the trust of their riders. For now, however, the reality remains clear. The opening chapter of the 2026 MotoGP season has placed Yamaha under an intense spotlight. Whether the team can transform early adversity into meaningful progress will likely become one of the defining storylines of this year's championship battle. As the championship moves on from the opening round of the Thai Grand Prix, the next few races could become a crucial test for the direction Yamaha has chosen. Development parts are expected to arrive in the coming rounds, and both Fabio Quartararo and Alex Rins will be hoping those upgrades finally unlock the potential that engineers at Iwata believe still exists within the current package. Another key factor will be how quickly Yamaha Motor Company can translate data gathered during race weekends into tangible improvements. In the modern era of MotoGP, development speed is almost as important as the initial design of the bike. Rivals are constantly refining aerodynamics, electronics, and chassis balance, meaning a team that reacts slowly can fall even further behind within just a few rounds. For Yamaha, the message from Buriram is both clear and urgent. The riders remain committed, the management has publicly taken responsibility, and the engineers are working intensely behind the scenes. But unless meaningful progress appears soon, the pressure surrounding the once dominant Japanese manufacturer will only continue to grow as the 2026 season gathers momentum.